So when somebody tries to get you to monitor their behavior as a kind of um, invitation, or they're trying to act as if they're going to change their ways, but then they tell you that you have to make sure they stop hurting you, that you should be the one who makes certain that they don't abuse you, right, or treat you inappropriately. That is a tactic that is designed to keep you um, doing something other than pursuing your life success, pursuing your goals, right? What it is a way of keeping you busy, focusing your attention on them. And it's a way of controlling you, because getting you to pay attention to them all day is going to keep you under their wing, right? So be aware of that. What are some other strategies that people use? These border bully abuser tactics. Obviously, there's the ones you can find, on the internet associated with domestic violence, such as what they call power and control strategies, um, threatening and intimidating gestures, hitting, slamming, coercing, right? Manipulation of any kind. That's a huge one. Other ones that aren't also, readily available include rewriting history, right? You might say, look, last Saturday you did this thing and it was not okay. And they're going to say, no, I didn't. This other thing happened. I don't even know what you're talking about, right? And the minute they start getting into, I don't know what you're talking about, this is now a tactic called gaslighting, which was made popular a long time ago from a movie that I believe was called Gaslighting. And the idea is to make you think you're crazy. It's to make you think you're nuts. They're going to act like they don't know what you're talking about. They're going to act like it never happened. And the whole point is to get you all riled up and off point and discombobulated, right? Which brings me to another border bully tactic, trying to confuse you. One tactic people will do when you hold them accountable by letting them know that they did something wrong to you is they'll try to confuse you, and they'll change the subject and hop around. And this is also a form of emotional abuse called crazy making. And the idea is to keep you jumping from topic to topic so that nobody ever gets anywhere, right? Except the person who's controlling you by getting you to focus on all these different topics instead of the one topic you should be focusing on, which is, why am I hanging out with this person who tries to control me constantly, right? And when I could be using my energy and focus on something much more productive and beneficial to me and the rest of the world. Um, so you're going to neutralize these tactics by countering them with what I call a counterbalancing strategy. So when the border bully tries to rewrite history and say that this thing did not happen, that was, whatever they had done to you at Christmas at the party in order to humiliate you in front of your peers, right? That's another one. They use humiliation, trying to make you look bad in public in order to discredit you. Character assassination. Oh man, that's like a favorite of border bullies from my experience and what I've seen and studied. They love to make people look bad to their peer group, right? Because if they can get you to look bad to others, well, then others will be less likely to invite you over to hang out with you, to talk to you. And in this way, the border bully can control who sees and visits with whom, right? They can keep the sister away from the other sister. They can keep the father away from the daughter. And in this way, people who don't know any better, right? Maybe they don't have this knowledge and skills. They're not paying attention. They're just kind of living their life. They're getting played. They're getting played by this oppressor, whether it's a man or a woman, right? And what will happen is the border bully will target, this individual that they want to get to submit to them. And if the person won't submit, well, then they're going to stigmatize them with a label like they're a bad person for whatever reason. And they're going to tell them like to go away, and the person usually will because they can tell that they're not welcome, and they're usually respectful, and that's why they leave. But then the border bully is going to turn around and go over here to these people and the rest of the family, the rest of the coworkers, the rest of the friend, and they're going to tell them some other story about why the person left. Maybe they left because they're going to say they left because they don't like your religion. They left because they don't like your sexual orientation. They left because they don't like your belief system, or they left because they think they're better than you. And because of that, because it seems so realistic, and the border bully is usually very good at controlling their presentation, these other people will never go ask the guy or the woman, hey, is that true? What happened? In order to find out, no, that's totally not true. So this is some of the mechanisms of control that border bullies will use in order to keep things the same.